back, folks, here to my channel Whisky, Wismar. My name is Christopher, and today for my 14th video I would like to do another first impression. And this time here on my table it's a Springbank, independently bottled by Scoma, very old whiskey seller, online retailer, already founded in the 1970s, and their bottling series is always called Glen Scoma, and among others that made quite the waves in recent years. This Springbank was fully matured in a sherry hogshead. Thus, of course, given the color, deep mahogany, and the name Springbank, there was quite a run on these bottles, and they are really none to be found anymore, as while it was distilled already in 1995, 17th of May, it was already bottled more than 5 years ago, 5.5 years ago, 22nd of August 2013. And the bottling strength is quite low, 45.1%, so I will taste this neat and let you know what my first impression is. It is fully matured, as I said, in a sherry cask, something that is not too common with Springbank. Their releases are usually a mix of various casks and quite bourbon forward at times, particularly with the 15-year-old, 18-year-old, or 12-year-old cask strength from Springbank. There's always some sherry cask in the mix as well. So we'll see how a fully sherry matured Springbank that's 18 years of age fares in this regard. So price-wise today, for a bottle like this, you have to most likely have the will to pay 250 euros, depending on where you find it, of course. So I will nose it, taste it, and then give it a tendency for a rating. Very condensed, a little bit of rubber. So bicycle in a tube, not really. It's not as bright or not as pungent. More like an old truck tire comes to my mind. Condensed licorice soup, coffee, chocolate maybe. Hardly any fruitiness whatsoever. There's maybe bergamot, orange oil, some very dark condensed orangey flavors and aromas, but no overt dried fruitiness that springs out and yells figs or plums or dates or whatever. The smoke that is certainly in this has intermingled and converged with all the sherryness to something that is quite distinctly different from solely matured or unpeated sherry matured whiskey. But it's not something you would attribute with smokiness or peatiness per se. Now that I know this is a Springbank and that it does have a certain amount of peat, then of course it's quite clear, but if you taste this blind, I think it's quite a curveball. Very, very interesting and very nice nose, yeah. So, for the taste. For as long as you have it in your mouth, it is quite juicy. Citrus forward, oranges. Not so many citrus, no. A little bit of orangey flavors there. But immediately when it goes down your throat, all the juiciness, all the saliva is gone. You know, it's mouth coating, all the tannins, very dry. Not unpleasantly so. It's not overly drying. Lots of roasted aromas, coffee persists, nutty components. Peatiness? Hard to detect. Maybe the peated spirit was very low. I had a very low peatiness to begin with. And over the years, over the 18 years, in its very active caskets, almost indistinct. Hard to detect. Certainly a great drinking strength, although I reckon it would swim well. Maybe it could even release some more of its fruity components that certainly should be there with a sherry hogshead like this. So definitely have to take your time with this and try to decipher all its secrets over a longer period of time. So a couple of minutes, like I do now in this first impression, is not doing this kind of Springbank justice. Yeah, rating wise, it does have the potential to be quite something, I believe, if you take your time with this. Not an easy malt. The initial impression between 88 and 90 out of 100, but certainly more, at least going by this profile, heavily sherried Springbank, I would certainly tend more towards the 90. But I have to take more time with this and explore it further to have a final verdict on this. Yeah, let me know if you had similar Springbanks before. There were others from Scoma or various other independent bottlers or even official bottlings that are fully matured in sherry. Did they compare? Are they equally as extreme? And could you detect the peatiness in it? I'd be curious to hear what you have to say. And nevertheless, hope you have a nice week, and then I'll see you next time for my 15th video here in front of my whiskey shelf. So that's it. Have a nice week, and bye bye.